Continuing from the previous episode 2145. Quote. At this moment, there was a rare look of worry in Lu Yun's eyes. Her jade body suddenly tensed in stalemate. She raised her head abruptly, and looked at a void on the edge of the holy city. The void there began to have slight surging traces. After the breath, it turned out to be some endless green mist, which was automatically projected from the void. The green mist, which seems weak, is actually extremely domineering. As soon as it appeared, it easily suppressed and wiped out all the aftermath of the battle that remained in the riddled space around it. Yep, this volatility is. Seeing this sudden scene, countless fighting powerhouses all stopped. A horrific suffocation came from the bottom of their hearts, and their eyes locked on an inconspicuous void in the sky of the holy city. The void there wriggled and twisted slightly, and a trace of domineering green mist rippled out, and in the green mist, there was a faint shadow, coming from the sky, extremely powerful. Ha ha ha! Demon Emperor! Seeing that this void finally began to squirm, the shadow inside became more and more solid, and a frantic smile emerged from Blake's mouth and face like a lunatic. It worked! Your plan has been successful. Taking the lives of these guys and the Demon of Light as a guide, he will lead the Demon Emperor out, gather the power of the Holy City to cooperate with his triple reincarnation level strength, kill the Demon Emperor together, and establish his chance to ascend to the Kingdom of Angels. The promotion opportunity of the Angel Kingdom is different from that of all other forces. All those who are strong in the Holy See who cultivate with angel wings can be promoted on their own, but the promotion method must be based on the fall of a certain big man. Angels are not right or wrong. For them, strong strength or healing power is the most important thing. At the beginning, the slaughtering angel Lucifer was just an ordinary and unknown angel, but by chance, he obliterated the existence of a half-evil *** in a foreign evil race, which directly caused a sensation in the Kingdom of Angels, so he was directly promoted to the Kingdom of Angels. In just a few thousand years, Yi Ran stood at the top of the heavenly kingdom. No one knows how the slaughter angel uses the strength of 7 or 8 stars to kill the half-evil god, but since then, her illustrious reputation has spread far and wide. The branch of the Kingdom of Angels, when is there such a group of stinky fish and rotten shrimp? The green fog spreads slightly, and the colorful rainbow and the giant blade of the sky are easily disintegrated in the sky, and a deep hong sound is suddenly transmitted from the void, swaying the mind. At the same time, the power of the giant blade of the sky and the colorful rainbows instantly drowned under the green mist and disappeared. Then, that's the demon realm, Xian? Demon Emperor? Ji Xingtian and the others climbed up from the ground again, looking at the black shadow above the sky in astonishment, losing their voice. The Demon Emperor of the Demon World. Blake's voice became extremely excited. The Demon Emperor of the Demon World, regardless of his strength or identity, is enough to lay his own path to promotion. The Demon Emperor stepped out, and the whole world was extremely quiet. People looked up and saw the Demon Emperor's terrifying figure emerge. The Demon Emperor's face is handsome, even a little sharp on the edges and corners, and a faint smile hangs on his cheeks, full of endless coercion and shock. He is dressed in a rather domineering blue robe, which seems to have some kind of mysterious demon power, invisibly revealing the terrifying pressure of the superior, a faint green demon light around the body, extremely domineering, tyrannical to make the countless sacred powers in this world eclipsed. After he appeared, the entire holy city seemed extremely silent. Countless creatures and all things were extremely humble, and they did not dare to give out any movement, for fear of angering such powerhouses, and in a single thought, this place would turn into ruins. The energy luster between heaven and earth has become dim, and even the air has solidified. The might of the Demon Emperor is invincible. Senior, you shouldn't have come. This is a trap. Xiao Yan did not move, feeling the power that was lost and regained in his body, without any joy, but spoke to the Demon Emperor. With the power of the Demon Emperor, these words would come into his ears without a trace. You did a great job. For helping me twice in a row, I owe you. But this time, it's my battle. The gentle voice seemed to have some kind of special magic power. When it emerged from the mouth of the Demon Emperor, everyone felt a chill. After the Demon Emperor finished speaking, he turned slightly and moved, and in the blink of an eye, he came to Lu Yun. You shouldn't come. Everything here is clearly prepared for you. Tears welled up in Lu Yun's beautiful eyes, looking at the handsome man in front of her. A burst of sourness appeared in her nose, and she choked. Long ago, when I heard the news that he was executed, I thought I would never see him again, and I didn't enter the devil's way, but it was me who was wrong. After tossing and turning, today I finally saw the Demon Emperor at close range. The Demon of Light, Lu Yun, couldn't contain the thoughts in her body. The last line of defense in her heart collapsed suddenly, and tears swept out uncontrollably. I never imagined that the famous Demon Emperor would have an affair with a demon for a weak woman. Today, I am here to stifle evil. Come on for me, kill. Blake smiled and instructed the countless followers under the Holy See to kill the Demon Emperor one after another. These guys are all loyal believers of the Holy See and have been brainwashed long ago, so even if the Holy See asks them to die, there will be no hesitation. As for the Demon Emperor, coming here today has already violated the rules of the 7 realms. The Demon of Light is infected with demonic power. He has countless excuses to capture and judge the Demon Emperor justifiably. Next time, as long as you defeat the Demon Emperor, your perfect plan will be a complete success. Besides, I have obtained countless information by myself. The demon power in the Demon Emperor is no match for the divine breath of light. In this battle, you will definitely win. Dong, dong, dong. Behind Black, countless energies surged, and the 6th wing angel's wings took shape slightly, and began to gather in a transparent shape. Although it was not substantive, it was illusory, but with the increase of this illusory 6th wing, on Black, a touch of unprecedented angelic radiance brewed out. Tianhen, hurry up, as the Lord of the Demon World, you broke the void and stepped into the Dode continent of the human world. By doing so, you broke the rules of the Great Thousand World. Even if Blake blocked the Human World Center's perception of Duty Continent, this is definitely not the place you should come. I'm glad to see you before I die. Lu Yun lay in the Demon Emperor's arms with peace of mind. Xiaoyun, I found that after so many years, you are the most beautiful of all beings. The Demon Emperor smiled softly, not seeming to take Lu Yun's words to heart, but looked at Lu Yun's profile from a close distance, and hugged her into his arms, was amazed. You! Under the nourishment of the Demon Emperor's power, Lu Yun's breath and body recovered a lot, but seeing the Demon Emperor actually teasing her like this at this time, she suddenly struggled out of the Demon Emperor's arms and said angrily, "In the past, I was too obsessed with power and glory, and ignored many important things. Are you willing to forgive me?" The Demon Emperor seemed to ignore the many guards of the Holy See who were present, and looked at Lu Yundao dotingly. "What time is it? You still say this? Let's go." Lu Yun noticed that countless guards from the Holy See were swarming here, and as she looked at the sky, Black's attack became more and more hot, and she couldn't help but push the Demon Emperor's way. "So this time, I'll fight for you. Fight for love." A gentle voice fell from the Demon Emperor's mouth, and the Demon Emperor's body flickered, suddenly turning into an unknown auspicious beast of pale golden color, which swept away at the countless Vatican believers in the Holy City. Courageous and shocking. Wherever he passed, the speed was so fast that no one could see the body of the Demon Emperor, but the defenses and attacks set up by the tens of thousands of Vatican guards, in front of the Demon Emperor, were useless and collapsed in an instant. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2146. This is too terrifying, isn't it? Gu Xingtian and others teamed up to display an energy barrier to protect all the powerhouses and stay on the ground quietly. Looking at the Demon Emperor's speed and indescribable power, he couldn't help but smack his tongue secretly. Road. Too strong. The power of the Demon Emperor is too powerful, to the extent that the powerhouses like them can only look up to them. Once they make a move, all the powerhouses of the Holy See will be defeated. The speed was so fast that they didn't have time to blink, and all the guards of the Holy See were defeated. Between lightning and flint, the battle began and the battle ended, in the blink of an eye. Is this the grand power of the Demon Emperor? Sir Bishop, we were completely defeated. Priestess Yuri and several believers at the commander level had a strong sense of fear in their bodies. A trace of bright red blood overflowed from the corners of their mouths, and lay on the ground weakly, unable to speak. The power of the Demon Emperor is mysterious and mysterious. From beginning to end, they don't know why they lost. The Demon Emperor just showed his animal body and looked around, and the impregnable defense and attack of the Holy See collapsed in an instant. Countless guards with fanatical beliefs, the weapons tightly held in their palms shattered uncontrollably, and all the fighting intentions completely collapsed in their hearts in an instant. It seems that what they are facing at this time is no longer a level that humans can reach. Thoughts were surging. Under the influence of the demon emperor's demon power, the minds of these Vatican guards were flooded with memories, and the painful memories were erasing the powerful beliefs injected by the Vatican. These guards were originally ordinary human beings. Under the Holy See's high promotion of the Holy See's divine power, they turned into walking corpses of the Holy See. Now, under the shock of the demon emperor's demon power, their strong beliefs have been shattered, and they have returned to normal human appearances. You guys step back, I don't want to kill innocent people indiscriminately. After the demon emperor finished speaking, Zaidu regained his man's body, his blue robe moved with the wind, and stood quietly beside Lu Yun. Blake, he is a triple reincarnation rank. At this moment, Lu Yun was no longer persuading the demon emperor, she even felt a little excited in her heart, but everything had to wait until the end of this battle. Well, wait for me. As soon as the voice fell, a faint smile appeared on the demon emperor's face, and he slowly lifted into the sky. Blake, it must be strangled. Boom! A burst of green mist swept across the city, like thunder and lightning surrounding the void of the holy city, purifying the holy aura above this mighty holy city. That's divine power? Some of the commoners living in the holy city had no idea what the current situation was. They looked at the demon emperor's magnificent body and called out loudly. The green mist turned into countless lightnings, suddenly fell from the demon emperor, and then slashed towards Blake one after another. It's too pediatric. Demon Emperor Sky Mark. Su. When Black saw this, the excitement on the corner of his mouth was extremely bright. Immediately, the 5 angelic purple wings behind him fanned, and a scene of light ripples burst out, which turned out to intercept all the Demon Emperor's attacks. Don't waste my precious time. The Demon Emperor looked at Blake's frenzied cheeks and smiled. Whoa! As soon as he finished speaking, an endless green mist slanted out of the Demon Emperor's body like a tidal wave. Green mist emerged, and immediately formed a green avenue in front of the Demon Emperor, the avenue leading to the place where Black was hanging high. In front of the space avenue constructed by this beam of green energy, countless sacred auras and other forces have retreated. Demon Emperor, today is the day of your fall. You helped Joe to be abusive, and you didn't hesitate to help the demon of light with evil power. Suffer to death. Black roared loudly, and the 6 angel wings behind him began to wave. There are 6 angel wings and 5 purple ones, but the 6th wing is extremely dim and illusory, and the whole body is white, not purple. It's just an inferior angel who can't even reach 6 wings. When the Emperor and the Archangel competed, you didn't exist yet. This is my battle and your disaster. On the body of the Demon Emperor, a trace of green fluorescence appeared, and behind him was a terrifying domineering coercion, causing the entire sky and earth to tremble slightly. Angel power. 6 wings divine light. The purple halo spread out like a falling starry sky, and the seraph behind Black's body completely fell off. On the 6 angel wings, in addition to the white illusory 6th wing, the other 5 wings turned out to have a pure angel soul shadow appearing. 5 angel wings, 5 angel soul shadows, they dance gracefully, and in the center, the 6th white illusory angel wing stands horizontally, faintly under the singing and whispering of the 5 angel soul shadows, blooming dazzlingly light. The breath of endless rays of light tilted down, like the source of angels on the Queen of Angels, extremely holy. Even the surrounding void, because of such violent and terrifying fluctuations, trembled and burst open, and a suffocating suffocation fell from the sky. Under this kind of power, even Gu Xingtian and other reincarnation powerhouses can only look up. Xiao Yan looked pale as he looked at Black's ultimate move. All the power in his body became quiet. An attack of this level already had the ability to collapse the sky, but Xiao Yan felt that the Demon Emperor's strength was more than that. Even if he has yet to find the Demon World Tyrant, his strength is by no means comparable to a triple reincarnation rank. That is the Supreme King of the Demon World, the Supreme King who has experienced the First World War. He was actually able to use the power of the Kingdom of Angels. He used the power of faith collected by the Holy See and passed on to the Kingdom of Angels. This attack is too strong, Tianhen. The demon of light covered her violently undulating chest with her hands, worrying that, based on her experience, she naturally knew the secrets kept by the upper echelons of the Holy See. Boom! Without any hesitation, the demon emperor stretched out one hand, and countless green auras were released from his body, and immediately formed a series of monsters and beasts. The brilliance soared up, directly facing Bruce's 5 angel soul shadows. Ho ho ho! Ow! Dragon roar, wolf roar, the beasts roared, and hundreds of energy beasts composed of the domineering and demonic energy in the demon emperor penetrated through the void, killing Black directly. Boom! The void of the holy city sky collapsed like an abyss, and a sense of fragmentation swept out. Crack, click! The energy of the beasts roared, and instantly wrapped around the angel's wings, and under the influence of this domineering power, the bodies of the 5 angel souls suddenly stopped singing and swinging, and became slightly scattered and broken, as if they would be destroyed at any time. Torn! Do not! Impossible! As a spirit creature in the demon world, how could you ignore the divine power of light? Looking at the broken souls of the 5 angels' shadows, Blake's voice suddenly became sharp, and an awe-inspiring, uncontrollable expression emerged. Along with it, there is an endless chill. Judging from the information I have collected, the demon emperor is clearly afraid of the divine breath of light, but now, in front of him, this divine power is useless and has no suppressive effect. At this moment, a strong fear was slowly born from the bottom of Blake's heart. It seems that this time, it is not the honoring ceremony, but digging one's own grave. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2147. The holy city is empty and collapsed. Countless sacred rays of light were corroded by the green demonic energy, and a sense of brokenness emerged spontaneously. Thousands of miles of vast sky in Mianyang collapsed like abyss pits on the ground. The heavy breath was like 100,000 caddies of mountains pressing on their bodies, making their legs weak, and there was a kind of adoration. Feel, everyone just thinks that the two who are fighting now are beyond the realm of human beings. The lives of all the creatures here seem to be within their thoughts. The feeling of suffocation, the numbness of the scalp, and the emergence of many senses, the muscles tightened uncontrollably, and even trembled. There is no need to doubt at all. If it is hit by any one of the two above the sky, even Deluo Jinxian will only end up sadly falling. I didn't want to have a grudge with you. Unfortunately, you are one of Ji Yunar's accomplices. In the words of your human beings, although good and evil will eventually be rewarded, the way of heaven is good for reincarnation. The demon emperor walked step by step, ignoring the shocking fluctuations in the sky. His face did not change, and he was calm, but his demonic aura had already blocked all of Black's retreats, making Black's defense useless. The strength of the two is not on the same level at all. In the sky, the angel soul shadow on Blake's angel wings has long been riddled with holes, and his brewing attack was disintegrated by him, and now what is left for him seems to be only the demon emperor's infinite anger. Angel Shenghui, destroy him for me. At this moment, Blake was completely panicked. He had no idea what was wrong with this perfect plan. Anger swept through, and he looked at the collapsed Holy Sea guards below, only to find that the priestess Yuri was missing. All of your information was collected through the 2 priests and the Pope, and when this grand trial was held, the 2 priests did not refute anything? Even the Pope mysteriously disappeared at this juncture? Thinking of this, Blake's complexion could not help contorting, and a more disturbing wave swept out. Blake, it's over. The demon emperor stepped on the azure light and walked towards Blake step by step. Above his body, a bottomless green black hole vortex emerged. I am an angel. It's the supreme asterisk in the world. You absolutely can't kill me. Angel 6 wings. Blake is naturally afraid of death, and now he can only completely detonate the 6 angel wings behind him, trying to survive. Crack! A sound. The demon emperor's palm suddenly protruded, and the giant palm filled with endless green demonic energy instantly pierced through the void, and the crisp voice was piercing and eye-catching in the sky above the holy city. Black, who had a divine halo on his body, and the 6 angel wings behind him were forcibly broken by a huge palm in an instant. Ah! A roar that went deep into the bone marrow emerged from Blake's mouth, and his pupils shrank immediately, looking at the demon emperor who was so close in front of him in disbelief, extremely puzzled. Why? According to records, the demon emperor's strength is only around the 3rd and 4th layers, so why is he so tyrannical? With his current state, facing the demon emperor in anger, even if he has the 6th wing, he might be powerless to fight back. The strength of the demon emperor is simply not something he can disobey. Although he is also reincarnation, the reincarnation power in the two bodies is very different. Self-exploding 6 angel wings is as irrelevant to the demon emperor as tickling? How terrifying is the strength of this demon emperor? You deserve it. The demon emperor didn't bother to pay attention to it. With a sudden grasp of his palm, the 5 broken angel purple wings instantly exploded, turning into soft threads of light and falling down. As for the 6th wing, it also shattered with a bang. Tick-tock. Behind Black, drops of bright red blood dripped from the sky, and a harsh thunder sound erupted from the void below along the way, and even when it touched the ground below, a huge pit of thousands of meters suddenly appeared. The blood of angels, the might of God is vast. Wong buzzing, the demon emperor showed no mercy, his palms were raised, and circles of green energy released, hitting Black instantly. The entire sky was deadly quiet, and the shock in the hearts of countless people could not be calmed down for a long time. Blake is dead. After about a minute of touching, Black's body above the sky completely turned into countless powders and dissipated between the heavens and the earth. The demon of light smiled sweetly, and his voice was full of relief. After the Holy Sea ended, she could follow the demon emperor back to the demon world. Although she had done a lot of wrong things, as long as the demon emperor was by her side, Lu Yun felt extremely at ease. It doesn't seem quite right. Xiao Yan did not answer the devil of light, his eyes kept sweeping around, the power of the devil and the power of the holy flame stirred together, and a strong uneasiness emanated from the blood in the body. There seems to be some ancient power that is waking up at a fast speed. With that level of fluctuation, the power is absolutely no less than Black, or even above it. Why hasn't he come back? It's not advisable to stay in the human world for a long time, little guy. We are going back to the demon world. Thank you. The demon of light smiled at Xiao Yan, and after saying that, he tapped his toes lightly, preparing to swipe away at the demon emperor above the sky. What is the demon emperor doing? What is he waiting for? In an instant, Jiyu Xingtian's eyes suddenly opened and he lost his voice. At the same time, he looked at a quiet hall in the back hill of the Holy Sea Holy City. Wong buzzing. At this moment, the ancient Sanskrit sounds swept across the entire Holy City, and countless wind chimes containing sacred aura hummed, and the golden dragon clock tower in the Holy City shook, and strips of golden energy composed of light energy. The dragon shadow instantly swept the ground and sky of the entire Holy City. On the bodies of dozens of golden dragons, they are extremely sacred, and a halo of ethereal aura emerges. At the same time, they fly towards a temple on the back of the Holy City. It seems that they are welcoming the arrival of a big man. Not good. Be careful. In an instant, Xiao Yan didn't have time to think too much. It seemed that he was just relying on his instinct to pounce on the demon of light. A golden holy dragon suddenly sprung into the void. In the blink of an eye, it emerged from the void behind the demon of light and came through the void. Puff! The golden holy dragon attacked and fell, but did not hit Xiao Yan and the two of them, but a piece of land below exploded directly and turned into countless dust. Dong! 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 After the demon emperor stifled all of Black's power, he looked at Xiao Yan's original position. The void began to squirm, and a blond man stepped out slowly. The void there suddenly vibrated, forming a milky white storm of light. In the center of the storm, a figure dressed in purple robes stood far away. In his eyes, there was unparalleled pressure, and his eyes were staring at himself. Haha, it's really surprising that the Demon Emperor came to my duty continent Vatican branch in person. The blond man's voice was soft, but he gave everyone an unfathomable aura from beginning to end. Pope of the Holy See, Miffel. A trembling from the depths of the soul swept out from the body of the Demon of Light, and did not dissipate for a long time. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2148. The Pope, Miffel, the holy light storm is evolving, instantly turning into countless notes, emerging from the ground like a tide. Under this extremely terrifying sacred note, even the demon emperor's unparalleled overbearing demonic power made bursts of fierce and ferocious sounds, and the reaction was particularly intense. The countless remaining people from the Holy See and Doyan continent below, watching the scene that suddenly appeared in the sky, their eyes froze, their eyelids trembled violently, and they jumped, and there was extreme shock on their cheeks. At this moment, the excitement that was born in their hearts just because of Black's fall was indifferent. Even when they saw the Pope's figure stepping out completely, the blood in the body solidified, and the feeling of trepidation made them feel that this time, it was probably a trip to hell. The Pope? Xiao Yan was like a great enemy, and his auras such as clan lines and demon power were automatically released together to protect him, but he was extremely unbelievable. Why did the Pope appear at this time? Could it be that all this is his conspiracy? The entire Holy City reflects the supreme holy light behind the Pope, countless holy wind chimes buzzing, golden holy dragons whistling together, leaving behind the brilliance of angels without reservation. The Pope. Unexpected. Unexpected. At this moment, the demon of light was paralyzed on the ground, his voice trembling, and there was no brilliance in his eyes. As for the Pope, she couldn't be more clear. Although Pope Miffel is not a strong man at the same time as the demon emperor, his talent is too strong. 1,000 years ago, the Master of Soul Eater and the others were all 8-star strength, but after 1,000 years, this guy's strength has reached a level exceeding the triple reincarnation level, which is simply appalling. No one knows what he experienced, so Miffel is also known as a miracle in the Holy See. His strength and life are full of countless legends. You are still here. The Pope got up. Dozens of golden holy dragons were quietly crawling around him, and countless sacred powers invaded, and he opened his mouth softly. With his actions, all the energy in the whole world completely solidified, and no one could move one bit. It seems that even time and space have stopped beating, and they quietly crawl. Just such an understated voice made everyone below uneasy, the soul power in the body trembled, and the core of the battle was faintly broken. What kind of tyrannical power is this? The triple reincarnation stage? Do not. Just the strength of Black's triple reincarnation level was not enough to make them feel so heartbroken. Could it be that this guy is a quadruple? Even, fivefold. Since you are so eager for my arrival, you must have prepared a surefire plan. On the contrary, the demon emperor had no fear. A faint green demonic energy entangled around his body, and vaguely converged into a green demonic throne. Without any hesitation, the demon emperor sat on the green throne and smiled at Miffel. Haha, the name of the demon emperor is really famous. But you are wrong. I didn't plan the plan this time, I just finished it for Blake. After Pope Miffel finished speaking, the sacred notes around his body turned into countless thick white energies, squirming and forming a milky white sacred throne at the same time. The two kings, sitting on the throne at the same time, looked at each other, standing horizontally in the sky of the Holy City, like two negotiators talking. At the same time, the energy above the Erdao throne emerged, shrouding the entire Holy City and the thousands of miles of territory, bathing the place with layers of crystal energy shackles. Start breathing, otherwise without their defense, once the two start, this world will collapse in an instant. Why does your Holy See always like these boring tricks? The demon emperor opened his mouth and said with a hint of pride, even in the face of Pope Miffel, he had no fear. It's not important anymore, whether it is the demon of light, or the famous demon emperor, and these stinky ants, they will all be submerged under the holy light of the Holy See today. Miffel said lightly. A bright moon behind him gathered slightly, lingering out. There was a whisper of *** above the bright moon, and in a single thought, it turned into a specific angel gauze, extremely sacred. By the way, I'm a little curious. I'm afraid there's one thing Lu Yun doesn't know about herself. Lu Yun is the earliest group of angels from the Holy See in Doyan continent, and she has an affair with the famous demon emperor. How could she survive for so many years? Pope Miffel's eyes were full of golden luster, and there were bursts of chills inside. That's my own business. The demon emperor sneered and didn't say much. For Lu Yun, of course, there is the intervention of the demon emperor, otherwise, with her 8-star fighting immortal strength, it is impossible for her to survive for so long. Even if you are completely killed today, whether it is the undead power in your body or the position of the demon emperor, it will disappear completely from today. The Pope said with a slight smile, His confident expression undoubtedly showed. Humph, it's just a mere 5-tier rank. The Demon Emperor waved his hand, and endless beasts and monsters appeared at the same time. They roared and rushed to kill the Pope. They were extremely domineering, and they actually collapsed the void. Ha ha ha, Demon Emperor, you will die here today. All the spearheads will point to Blake, and all the culprits are him. And I, the Pope of the Vatican branch of Doyan Continent, Miffel, will end with the lives of mortals like Ira and enter the kingdom of angels. Enjoy immortality forever. The 5th level? Demon Emperor, you have only just broken through the seal, your strength has not yet recovered to the peak, and your domineering weapon has not been recovered. How to fight with me? This time, I won. The high-pitched holy sound washed the souls of everyone, and suddenly the sacred throne above the sky, a smear of terrifying sacred light filaments, brewed out, and loomed with the bright moon behind him. The sacred gauze is very ethereal. Yes, you are right. But the records of the great thousand world for me seem to be very inaccurate. 10,000 years ago, I was reincarnated many times. What will happen today after 10,000 years? The Demon Emperor's face changed slightly, and he vented out with a domineering aura that shook the world. 10,000 years ago? Could it be that? At this moment, Pope Miffel on the sacred throne muttered and couldn't help but speak. 10,000 years ago, in this great world, there were very few reincarnation-level powerhouses. At that time, in reincarnation, the power of one person could kill countless heroes, and it was the real reincarnation. But, so what? This is your funeral and my grand ceremony. Demon Emperor, times have changed. Let's die. Pope Miffel swept away the other thoughts in his mind, and spread out the beautiful angel wings behind him. In an instant, this world already belongs to the battle of the 2 top powerhouses. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2149. Btth2. With a sound, facing the Demon Emperor's first move, Miffel swayed casually, and behind him, a milky white beam of light shot away at several hundred beast soul shadows. Boom! A low muffled thunder sounded, and the entire sky hummed like a broken glass crystal. If it wasn't for the protection of the divine power and the defensive power of the Demon Emperor, I'm afraid this continent would be completely submerged. In the hands of a strong man of this level. After all, it is reincarnation, and it is by no means comparable to simple reincarnation. One is the strongest of the demon world, the other is the kingdom of angels who tour the world, the Pope Miffel of the Holy See branch of Doyan Continent. No matter any of them, the strength has already reached the realm of the sky. How can everyone be comparable? Exist? I'm sorry, it's all because of me. Looking at the anger of the Pope and the Demon Emperor above the sky, the Demon of Light was paralyzed weakly on the barren ground, with a complicated expression, and the meaning of regret could not be added. It turned out that all this was the Pope's conspiracy. They tried to attract the Demon Emperor by themselves. All of this was just to bury the Demon Emperor. The Demon Emperor is too strong, whether it was 10,000 years ago or now. Powerful strength will naturally accumulate many enemies secretly, especially for the Holy See angels, who can enter the kingdom of angels by hunting and killing the powerful. The attraction of the Demon Emperor is extremely powerful. The Pope's strength, even the 3 red-clothed archbishops don't know the specific level, but one thing is certain, his minimum strength is also the 4th reincarnation level. This is his battle. Trust him. At this time, Xiao Yan could only helplessly shrug his shoulders and laugh. However, Xiao Yan could smell a strange wave in the bodies of the 2 in the sky. It seems, the power in the Demon Emperor's body still hasn't recovered to its peak, and Pope Miffel's strength is extremely vain compared to the weak Demon Emperor. Wong buzzing, the sky hummed and burst, and thunderous basses appeared one after another. It seemed that this piece of heaven and earth would be completely destroyed after a long stalemate. Damn! Your power! Suddenly, Miral felt that something was not right, and his proud expression could not help but become solemn. In this simple fight just now, he could obviously defeat him, but why would he be evenly matched? Even his own holy breath of light was destroyed when it came into contact with the shadow of the beast that was transformed from the body of the Demon Emperor? Shouldn't he be suppressing his demonic aura with his own divine aura? The strength of the Demon Emperor reached the 4th level 10,000 years ago, and now that 10,000 years have passed, has it reached the 5th level of reincarnation? Impossible. This guy is very talented, not to mention that he has the law of immortality, and his strength must not have returned to the peak now. However, according to my own investigation, the Demon Emperor must be afraid of the holy power of light. With the blessing of his various powers, it is no problem to kill the Demon Emperor. The level of reincarnation is not based on the number of levels to distinguish the strength of reincarnation, and the things that happened 10,000 years ago can be used now, and it can be a lot of time. The Demon Emperor snorted coldly, and green light appeared on his body. However, among the green awns that have emerged now, there are actually golden lines that are full of mysterious, and they are full of vitality. The green awns turned into countless thick and substantial liquids, and the black shadows of beasts were lifelike. As soon as they appeared, they released a violent and terrifying aura, quietly surrounding the throne of the Demon Emperor. Chongming Divine Bird, Nine-Tailed Demon Fox, Shadow of Jingwei. A series of familiar monsters and beasts quietly crawled around the Demon Emperor, exuding oppression that can be learned from the world, and even pushed the Demon Emperor's breath to the peak. The overlord of the demon world, the king of supernatural leaders. Since you have the courage to come here today, give your life here. Holy sacrifice. The sacred Sanskrit was sung like a song, and countless filaments of light burst out from the underground of the holy city, the sacred wind chimes, and even the holy dragon of light, forming a line of filaments of light enough to wipe out the evil, quickly facing the Pope Miffel. The top of the head gathers away. A whole body of snow-white short blade of 1 inch long, condensed on the top of its head, showing endless holiness and elegance. Above the short blade, a trace of hot light and holy flame burned, and even this void revealed a strong uneasiness. Distortion. Angel's sacred blade. Miffel's eyes were full of killing intent, he snorted coldly, and the corner of his mouth sang an ancient sacred sound. His hands were bathed in the holy light, and he raised a short snow-white blade, which contained an indescribable blow to destroy the sky. With bursts of thunderous holy sounds, he blasted away at the Demon Emperor. The fierceness of the offensive made everyone present unprecedented. Kill. Seeing such a ferocious attack from Miffel, the Demon Emperor's slender fingers suddenly stretched out and pointed towards Miffel's position. In an instant, dozens of energy beast shadows boiled away, the beast's eyes were scarlet, and the power in his body rolled, like lightning. The speed swept out. Peefed. The two slammed into each other. The sacred snow-white short blade and dozens of energy beast shadows clashed almost instantly, and countless energy ripples also dissipated everywhere. The ear-piercing yinbei stings the hearts of countless people, and before the shadows of the beasts disappeared, green feathers fell off one after another, and they tore apart the white halo around the sacred short blade under the dumbfounded gaze of everyone. And even its body, torn apart together. The green feathers cut iron like mud, and just after touching the sacred short blade, a series of conspicuous cracks suddenly appeared. Tear it off. The snow-white short blade was broken, but there was a chill in Miffel's golden pupils, and the angel's wings behind him were speeding up the squirming formation. Obviously, he knew that the strength of the Demon Emperor was not comparable to this level. After all, the fact that he experienced the first war between heaven and earth made Pope Miffel extremely fearful. Is this the so-called Pope's strength? The Demon Emperor sat quietly on the throne, his eyes lightly cast a glance at the stunned Miffel, and he didn't make much movement from beginning to end. It seemed that the blow just now was just a warm-up exercise. But it was this extreme fluctuation that made countless people congeal, and even they suspected that the strength of the Demon Emperor could no longer be described in words. Angel wings. The demonic purple energy ripples fell from behind Miffel, and the whole world suddenly darkened. That kind of fluctuation is like the coming of a death *** who controls the light. Except for the darkness, there are no other extra fluctuations in the world, but it makes people feel shocked. Everyone's eyes slowly raised their heads and stared at the sky. Behind Miffel, 6 purple angel wings slowly took shape, and a purple flame suddenly burned on his chest. A mutation, an indescribable terror, swept out. 6 angel purple wings? This should be your limit, right? Because of your extraordinary talent, this emperor is willing to call you the strongest angel in the kingdom of angels. The Demon Emperor looked at Miffel with a smile on his face, and a touch of fiery also emerged, and the strange green aura accompanied by a low voice shook the world. I knew it was a conspiracy and took the initiative to find it. Then make this your grave. Boom! The domineering aura and the wings of the holy angel spread out together, and slowly became more and more intense in the sky. The entire holy city sky was empty, distorted, collapsed, and a black hole corroded out. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL.